August 12th, 2022. It's amazing. I couldn't ask for a better Christmas present in August. When well, to me it was August because this is when I got the opportunity to index at U of Denver, University of Denver, at DU Chancellor. 40 years of change in Denver. Denver University. We own City and County of Denver LLC. And what we've done is we indexed Denver 10 years ago. And over 10 years ago. And you kind of start, when you get first indexed, you get indexed based off our laws, our city charters, everything gets digitalized. People were doing that way before I even got involved. And so that's the catalyst that virtual machines use in regards to what content it chooses over bullshit, fake, bias, and all that kind of stuff. Which, when they, you know, every everybody's digital world belongs to them. So when you cross over into their world, you have to be prepared to battle that world. And what I mean by that is when when you think about, based off this, my name is not on there, and you just think about that, or is my name on there? There it is. 40 years, Marcus Giovanni. Now, the reason why you see that is because um, Denver is a private research university founded in 1864. Now, we might be the oldest private university, but again, humble bragging. What is your graduation rate? What's your retention rate? What new ideals are you bringing to the World Wide Web, the digital world? We already reached peak in the mortal world, somewhat. I mean, we're going to space. We're doing all this cool stuff. But with the new social credit system scores and rankings.com and China and everybody, we're getting ready to switch over to the new social credit system, and we are all going to be uh, indexed and pattern matched to our experiences, and everywhere we go and everywhere we talk. And we have now crosstalk indexing. Our voices are now the new latent print, if you will. Now, when you think about this statement right here, we're number one, and it's YouTube. Okay? We're going to go to what we do for a living, and we do retail social symbol verifications. Now, this is the Twitter account, and everybody's allowed to use it. And you have Chris Hines here talking about, this is humble bragging, okay? Because when you really kick ass, you don't need to go and show words. It people know. It's like, oh shit, man, that dude knows. You know. Anyways, in the digital world, it's way different. Those who, I won't get into that. So, but great, certifiably green business. What does that mean exactly? With all the when I become mayor, I will know what that means, and I will tell everybody what it means. But when you talk about they're taking action to protect our planet, I mean that's a big, only what they're doing is it's going to protect our planet, because what did they do? Change a couple light bulbs? While you see driving around District 10, homes are getting mowed down because they're going to change the digital footprint, and then they put a 8-plex there. So what used to have a 2.3 cars, now it's got 8.9. You see the things going here? These people have no clue what they're doing. This guy, they need to kick his ass out of office ASAP. He's part of, he's talking about, hey dude, how about getting a certificate to bring down our murder rate? See, because you're not smart enough to even know what to do. That's why you guys all go to hide to these Denver CASAR, whatever that is. It's hard to look at the screen. And anyways, um, and then we're going to scroll down a little. But to me, I don't like this guy. And I'm going to find a candidate that I can go and do advanced, highly, deep mind, highly advanced algorithm, folks, to find the best people for the jobs. New York passed a law that we couldn't use that type of technology to pick from the gene pool of candidates that want to go to work. It's coming, folks. It's already here. I can do it. We can do it. And Denver ain't going to fuck around no more. We're going to get rid of guys like him. Sorry, Chris. I remember talking to you out in the park. I found you to be just a guy that's we won't even talk about, but you know what we talked about. You never thought I'd even come around or do anything because you were a legend in your own mind. And unfortunately, you're part of the whole Democratic partisanship for the last 60 years. So you're going. So don't even think about running for mayor because I'm going to roll right over you, brother. Trust me. I'm. That's no disrespect in anything. You're a man just like me. So let's just stay on point. I'm going to roll all over you because I think you're worthless. Now, if you would think about all these people running for office, here it is, City and County of Denver, LLC, President and CEO, Marcus Giovanni. But yet they go and they Google City and County of Denver and they don't see nothing. Oh, I thought he was so good. I am good, but I'm not going to waste that. Waste my retardness on people that are far more intelligent in the IT department, up and comers in our schools. I talk to them. My children went to school with a lot of these smart guys, man, and girls. They know, and those are the ones I feed off of. They're the ones that are gonna end up taking Denver to the next level, creating platforms that's gonna make us all make residual income like oil. But we're so stuck on this Democratic partisanship for the last 60 years, it's not working anymore. And so it's my job to inform academia. I already went to Metro State. Okay, they're worthless. Every single one of those administrators at Denver Metropolitan University are worthless. And I can say that unequivocally based off of their graduation rate. If you ain't up into 80 or 90%, you ain't worth talking to. This is the way it's going to be, folks. Only the smart survive. Only the smart survive. And right now, we're not being smart. We're getting wrapped up by people that have never lived life. I'm 5 generations of Denver. Really? You've never been to New York City? You never took a picture of Miami Beach? You never lived next door to Versace? And ran a nightclub next door? I did. And anybody that knows me, if you think Versace would live next door to where I was working, do you think I'd have met that guy? I love that guy. He was badass, man. You got to keep his whole Versace. It was him, not anybody else. Him. They're all. It seems like they're forgetting about him. But that's okay because we're going to bring him back. Denver's going to be the biggest fashion industry in the entire world. There's already people trying to talk that Denver's got a pool of. Hey, get in line, dude. You're all in the back of the queue. Why? Because we own cityandcountyofdenver.com. And if Denver ain't smart enough to pull their heads from their digital cracks in their cell phones from dropping them, trying to look at the screen, so now you can't focus on that because you're working twice as hard to look through the cracks. What do you think I meant? But folks, it's right here. It's all right here. There it is. A mayor that will change the world. We're in New York Times. We're meeting people in New York so that we can help shine that apple. We need that apple, folks. That's what made America great. The apple, the apple, the apple. And the piers on the West Coast. And the restaurants. And both sides make us whole. they're also the entry points of anything bad coming into our country. And we're already, wow. So right now, I don't care about anywhere else but Denver. And we have to focus on Denver only. Sorry. And all those people that are shipping their poor people out here, because I know Denver public schools, their administrators have no clue. They're just in it for the money and to turn our children's into glop. And I say that because I know when I homeschool my child how they were with people, and now they went through because of court orders, I had to put them in the Denver public schools, and they fucked my kids' heads up, man. They used to be caring and, they got good jobs. They're nice kids, but they were nicer. They actually held the door open for people. They actually, hey, thank you. They do it once in a while, but I watch all these other kids, man. They don't have no respect for nobody. I've seen kids playing on their phone, walking right into trash cans and doors, and like, really? You see, we were doing that back in the '60s and '70s with our roller skates and skateboards. The roller skates where you had a key. Fuck, I'm old. So if the IT people that Denver has, if they were smart enough, they would tell their bosses, "Look, boss, I know you think I'm it, but that Giovanni, he's from another planet. He knows object-oriented programming. He is using our voices and all our voice latent prints, and he's Dewey Decibel System them up in the cloud to be used and extracted for later, to which I never see. I don't care. I don't listen to those videos. I already know it's bullshit. I just look outside. It's like the weatherman. If those weathermen put their head outside more often, then they'd be on TV saying, yeah, it's nice and sunny today and it's pouring rain. Oh my God. Being a weatherman is like a politician. You can be wrong all the time and still keep your job. So with that said, but I love weathermen and weather women. I prefer weathermen. I just like that authoritative man voice. I just think it just, I'm used to Walter Cronkite. You guys go listen to him. You don't hear him breathing. You don't. I used to teach breathing techniques. I learned from a woman by the name of Elizabeth Sabine, Hollywood. She taught some of the biggest heavy metal singers, and but it was all about breathing, and nothing was worse than hearing a host, commentator, or someone broadcaster, and hearing him breathe. Going, and then here's the weather. We're trying to find more going on Tuesday when you see that going on. And then we're going to go on to the next page, and then we're going to see that. And then you're going to... And now you're probably all going to start hearing it and go, man, he planted that seed. The seed I'm trying to plant now is where Denver wakes up, takes responsibility that they've been hornswoggled by the Democratic Party, and the Democratic Party can no longer sustain Denver in the direction that we're going because we can't afford it. When we start pushing down our property rates so that we can put in some housing that poor people moved in to take away from the money that we need for our own social services, for our own babies, and we're taking care of other babies that when our babies need it, we can't give it to them because we took care of all the people that moved from Chicago. To keep that ideology going, and then all of a sudden Denver will be, wow, like Chicago. It's already like Chicago. And I'm telling you, Walter Payton is pissed off at both places. Maybe I should show you how I know this, but it's really nobody's business but mine and Walter's sweetness, the man. Did you know he happened to be black? See, we're all men and we're all women, okay? And we all have the capabilities to work hard and get it. And some people work hard, they never get it. It's just, you weren't meant to get it. It's like some people win the lottery tickets and everybody else don't. And so what Denver's about to do now is they got a chance to create their own lottery ticket. Look at, I own this too, cityandcountyofdenver.org. We own cityandcountyofdenver.net. And see, these are the trifectas of all domains. We're going to control we're going to become a huge manufacturing plant. We have a lot of property that's surrounding in these other cities that we can become manufacturing. And we can also do manufacturing because I'm all for putting kids to work, helping out mom and dad, get them in there. As long as mom and dad knows where they're going and what they're doing, they're just getting them prepped, getting them away from them video games, getting them something to do. Let them work in the summertime, making a few dollars, trying to um, help landscaping or other opportunities. We're gonna do some really cool stuff in Denver. I'm just telling you. I'm just letting you know the pattern here. You read that, folks? Denver city elections are a non-partisan basis, meaning there are no official party nominees, though officials may belong to a political party. This is the downfall of the almighty Denver University, and I have the keys to keep them from falling deep into a bankrupt organization, because what's going to happen is when you think about your colleges and what you're doing, there's going to be a lot of colleges, huge colleges, that just not going to be able to support. They've cut out. They're not going to have any football because there's not going to be any football players to get to play in high school. So they're playing later on, getting hurt more because they didn't play when they were kids and they learned how to you know uh, play ball. So there's a lot of things that they don't see, but I see it because I have Google crystalball.com, and we have a supercomputer. It's a platform. It's called wizardknowsalltellsall.com. And what's happening now, folks, is when Chancellor finds out that, when Jeremy finds out that he's kind of an outdated man in the digital world and that his college has been part of a, now, you don't know when they put this information in. I could see it if you let me see the logs. I can tell you when that content was put in there. You just got to know how to read it. There's a log for everything when it comes to digital. Who went in, who went out, any back doors. See, being mayor, nobody needs to show me that. So, whatever system there needs to be looked at, hardware, software, programs, I can work them all. Quirk Express, Photoshop. I can do all Google products and services, and I master in the cloud. The cloud is where it's at, folks. And what these people don't understand is that the cloud is now intertwining with virtual machines that have learning capabilities that work off knowledge-based trust, the true false of content. Are you a supermarket tabloid? Well, there's a place for you. It's not in our supermarket because we're at a pathway now. Neither one is bad nor good. It's what you choose to make it. That's the IoT, Internet of Things. And there's the dark web. Choose it. Choose it. And Denver University's chose it. And now it's going to sink them fast. January 1 comes, and then once people realize that these other countries are doing these moves behind everybody's back to prepare their citizens for what's coming, that I've already built for 12 years. Me and my team. Mostly me. I don't know why I got stuck doing it. I could be singing right now. I could be doing other things. Enjoying life, fishing. I can't kill any animal, but but that right there is very serious. Very, very serious. And that's why the Chancellor has an opportunity right now to learn, absorb, and create a new academia that's going to lead Denver as the true holy grail of development. We can move mountains, folks. And when you think about my education and how I got here and all the trials and tribulations and the digital experiences and the people I met over my lifetime, I've had people tell me, God, I've never met anybody that's done so many things as you do. I'm fucking tired. And it shows on my face, the wrinkles in my face. When I got here, I looked really young. I had that Florida moisture. I came to Denver and got scorched by bad people. Magistrate Karen Hubler, Elizabeth Lay, Judge Elizabeth Lay, Monica Jackson. And you know, I fought for my kids. I've been a single dad since 2014 when I go in and run for office. Nobody even knew I had kids. I'm a super dad. I don't need nobody fucking knowing what I do. That's my business. My children. I ain't gonna use them as pawns. You see these guys go, oh, look at my baby. I'm gonna vote for him because he got a baby. Tony Pigford. That guy's worthless, man. They're all Democratic operatives. And as soon as people start coming in, and it's funny because when I get elected, they're all going to have to denounce her. There's going to be some, whoa, because I got some good people waiting in the corners. They're waiting. I can't tell you who they are because they don't want anybody going after them. And when you know who they were, you probably wouldn't go after them anyways, but we have to respect their families. That's where we are now. People laugh at me, oh, he's only got 6 people. Yeah. Okay. Y'all should worry about what I'm not saying. That's what you should worry about. What I'm not saying, and I'm not saying that as a threat. I would never hurt law enforcement. There you go. I never hurt people that, unless you're hurting me, then all bets are off. But I like to live peaceful. I like to be happy. I like to smoke weed. I'm not much of a drinker. I'm Central American, Indian, Iberian, West Nigerian Jew, all DNA certified. I was adopted in a very strict Irish Roman Catholic Republican military family. My father was born in Buffalo, New York. We loved the Bills. And then he moved when he was a little boy to Brooklyn. And he was a boxer, Golden Glove boxer. He was a badass Brooklyn boy. He looked kind of like Brad Pitt. He got that Brad Pitt pretty boy look. And he died. He was a good man, generous man. He had 7 children. You know, I'm watching everybody beat up Republicans. I'm like, wow, man, my dad, I would have been in an orphanage because I had some bad problems. Oof, I'll get emotional. But anyways, enough about me. Here's going to be the kicker, folks. You see that right there? I have a copy of the city charter. I mean, the actual book. And we have been manipulated so far into a monopoly kleptocracy that I index personally, by the way. And it's funny because the people that don't know laugh and they think they're doing it, but all this stuff's just like organic virus. It's a betterment virus. And it feeds off the emotions and habits of humans within a certain industry that we want to disrupt. It's all legal. We don't have to hide. In fact, we want you to know who we are. And our people are growing and growing. And we're bringing people who do bad things on the computer to come in on the good side and see how much power they have and then be loved by everybody and not have to worry about shit. Because they're going to destroy themselves with what they're trying to connive or what they're trying to do. It's just the way it is. And those who want to live in a digital world without politics, without religion, without any type of, just be us. If you want to have a religion, that's yours. But I'm not going to make it a prerequisite if you broke down. Okay, well, I want to find out a few things first. What religion are you? Sir, I got to go to work, man. I got a flat tire. If you could, I don't care. I need to know. What about Black Lives Matter? What do you think about them? Sir, I'm black. I know this, but I need to know from you what you think about white lives. I've heard it all, folks. I've heard it all. But what we haven't heard in a long time is Mayor Spear. And he's alive and well in memory and thought and in spirit, or I wouldn't be here. I could be singing. I'd be a better singer I would have been a better father, even though I was a great father. My kids moved out, they all have what they need. My son's in the Army, training to be in the Special Forces, all of it. He said, Papa, I'm going to come back. I'm going to have every badge you can possibly get. And that boy is strong, man, young man. But I always see him as my little boy. And no one ever told me how to turn that off. You know, why do you turn it off? How do you... Oh, okay, well, I got to stop loving and caring. And well, no, I don't have to completely stop loving and caring. I just need to get a life and think about something else and realize I did a great job. My kids are responsible adults. And no drinking habits that I know of, or no idiosyncrasies. They never had to go through the racism or hear my white mom be called really bad names by white people. Never blacks, never Latinos. And I watched that. And I was like a black kid walking with my mom, and we had to walk on the side of the road. My mom was like a baby duck, was like a mama duck. Sorry, I hold my phone. This way, artificial intelligence knows it's live, it's always moving. The more you do for your videos, the more power you have. But the power that we want to do is we want to be able to connect to the cloud. We want to be able to get the chancellor together and let me show him, because he's the one that's got to learn the new way. He's got to raise his knowledge bar. His PhD is outdated. What he did 35 years ago doesn't mean shit in the future. I'm sorry there, Jeremy, but you can fix that. You can fix Denver, and you can bring us all back to being what we should be. And then I already built the platforms 12 years ago, and now they're just getting polished up, and more people are realizing that we're non-political. And you're not going to be able to bullshit none of your IT people, none of your friends with their websites, none of your Denver Post, Denver Sun, Colorado, Baltimore, Oriole, whatever you want to call it. Artificial intelligence has now indexed every human in the entire world. Now think about that. And if you don't believe it, then you need to save yourself and get off the internet and live the most peaceful life you will ever live in your entire life. That is the honest to God truth. Throw your phones away, throw your computer away, and enjoy precious life. Smell the flowers, smell everything. You know, I'm old now, but I see things, I can do things that other people can't. And it's funny because people see me and I go walk in and they're like, wow, I'm shocked. What do you mean? Oh, you look like an 80s dude from rock your hair. You're what? What do you think I was? I don't know, like a white dude. That's because I grew up in an Irish family. I thought I was white, man. I ain't kidding, man. You get put up in a culture, you're gonna be what they raise you as. Right, you know. But I seen some people treat my mom really bad. My mom was beautiful, and it was weird because those, you know, and it was sad because that was at my church.